pretty legit, if we're being honest.
So you can do sling just by the day.
Yeah, they have a day pass. It's literally 24 hours, and you add like the orange package for like SEC network type stuff, and it's $6.25 or something like that. No quad boxes.
ESPN
Only one stream at a time. You can't go phone, and
it's not amazing.
it's not amazing, but
Nothing's
the quality was fucking better.
Yeah. There's 4K on YouTube.
Yeah, but you have to pay extra for it. We're not doing that.
I did, but it was free for the first 30 days.
Fuck YouTube TV. Pot of Gold, welcome back. I'm Brett. I'm here with Mike Grant, the intern behind the glass. We were saying before him, the mics may have even been hot, but it's been 1 week. We recorded the post Brian Kelly firing the day it happened on Sunday. We're here again on Sunday, and it feels like a month has gone by.
Yeah, a long month. A long month of like feeling ecstatic that, you know, where we entered the carousel, we entered the sweepstakes, and then like a week later, it's like,
what if this blows up in our
LSU's
face?
a dumpster fire.
But also, yeah, it's funny. You would have not thought that it would have been the same as the post Edo, as like all the stuff coming out after the fact of like, well, he was trying to bang a booster's wife on the field.
Yeah,
you know, it's like kind of the same shit's happening.
A lot of crazy stuff. We have moles in the program.
Not anymore.
Brad Davis.
Oh yeah, Brad
still
Davis.
here. Yeah, it's very interesting.
I forgot, and something that makes me happy, because again, I talk about it a lot, but I just love that college football is so ridiculous and insane. And I forgot, and it didn't cross my mind, that within 40 hours of this, there would be dozens of people calling for Frank Wilson to be the head coach. It's like, that's what makes college football.
He hasn't won a game
great.
yet. He hasn't done anything yet.
That press conference did.
It was great. That's what he's there for.
I texted y'all because, of course, it comes out like, I think Frank's the right man for the job. And you're like, guys, we cannot do this.
We're not paying a $50 million buyout to hire McNeese as coach.
And every fucking time the answer is like, look what happened with Ed Orgeron. And it's like, brother, you're one offensive assistant and one transfer away from that being pretty much a fucking disaster.
Yeah.
But just back up. You're LSU. But having said that, I listened to the press conference that he did on Tuesday, Wednesday, whenever it was, and I was like, fuck, it would be kind of nice to have a guy who cared this much be in charge.
Yeah, that's been the biggest missing piece with Brian Kelly. And it started to become very, very obvious last year. And then this year, I couldn't look away. Every single press conference, it's like, dude, you don't want to be here. You don't like it here. You know, everything is just so disassociated. You finally get Frank up there behind the podium, and he starts talking about Pearl Harbor. And I'm just like, I'm back in the locker room.
Yeah.
Like, I'm back there. He gets it. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. He does it 3 times. No, he's great. And listen, I think Frank Wilson's the type of guy. I never want to hate Frank Wilson.
Of course.
I never want to get to a point where he's our head coach. He starts losing and like we're booing Frank Wilson. Like, that would be an all-time low.
Yes.
You can do it to Ed. Ed's fine. Don't do it to Frank. Frank didn't ask for this.
Yeah.
This is something that he is certainly appreciative of. And he's going to do it. I think he's going to do a hell of a job.
I do too, man. Like, we're going to talk about this Alabama game at some point. It feels like a secondary thing considering so much stuff that's come out. But obviously LSU, Bama, no matter what's a big game. But I don't know that they're going to go in and win. It's not going to be from like lack of effort. If we still can't block and like shit like that, and it's like new play calls, errors, it's like, of course, yeah, it makes sense that Bama kind of ran us this game, but they're good.
2 weeks ago,
I think they're going to play well.
2 weeks ago,
the odds,
the line.
The line probably 2 weeks ago was Bama -7,
17.5.
What's it now?
10.5.
I wouldn't have thought
when
it was
Kelly
that
got
much.
fired, it was 12.5. It's gone down again to 10.5.
Big swing.
Listen, that's a giant swing. That's a big swing. I think we just looked that bad, and Bama was rolling. With all of this news coming out, you got the rejuvenated program, quote unquote, from the inside. On the outside, we're certainly taking some hits. Before we dive into any of that, we're recording on Sunday. Can't do a midweek pod. That's on me. Hand up. Traveling for work. Not going to be in a situation to be able to podcast.
The only thing we're missing is the Monday Frank press conference that I think everyone wants to listen to.
And listen,
other than that,
if we need to call in and do something, that's fine. But appreciate the guys coming out on a Sunday night to get something in.
Time change.
Due to the inconvenience
I'd like to be in bed right now.
Yeah, it feels weird. Sleepy day. Good weekend, though, weather-wise. Great Halloween. Saturday was... quite honestly, it sucked. The weather was great, and I was forcing myself to feel like, let's get outside, let's do something. LSU's not playing, but game day, I got to hear the shit talk about LSU. I got to see Saban in his purple tie. I got to see if all of a sudden we're going to have some unprecedented announcement. And then to your point, all of a sudden, YouTube's gone, and then now Florida's beating Georgia, or they're tied with Georgia, whatever. Like
Texas is routing Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt's coming back.
And I didn't care, but then I'm like, by the end of the day, I'm like, well, I at least got to see if South Carolina can beat Ole Miss. My God, I thought our offense was bad.
Dude, that game was so fucking winnable by South Carolina. It's insane.
It's sad.
And I know that Ole Miss and South Carolina traded the whole muffed punts and for a quick score and everything, but it was Ole Miss never dominated that game, and South Carolina just shot themselves in the foot at any given time.
The muffed punt, though. You had they recovered it, they re-recovered it, but the fumble, and Lane did his best Urban Meyer impression where he's running down the sideline, pointing that, and they didn't give it to him. But they fumbled a run that they re-recovered. Sellers can't hit anything.
No.
He starts scrambling, and you're just like, holy shit, he's got people open, and he's darting it out of bounds.
They have a chance to cut it to a one-score game, and he takes a 15-yard sack.
Yeah, and then when he does let it rip, it's right through 15 defenders waiting to get picked.
And the announcer's like, "I think you got to dial one up for Nick Harbor here."
Yeah, it sucked because, all right, let's just throw it out there. I think this is going to be the main topic of the pod. The Lane Kiffin stuff has snowballed in a week. And we knew about it coming into last Sunday that Florida and LSU were going to be courting him very hard. He would get the offer, right? That's our top target. We don't need any more rumors. We don't need more posts on Tiger Dropping saying offer's been made to our guy. We're all in for Kiffin. We know. We understand that it's Kiffin's. The Saban talk we'll get into because that is interesting that there is that amount of consistency. I think the offer was made. I don't think we have a shot, but I think the offer was made. Now,
but what if we do have a shot?
that's the glory of this situation we're in.
That's what makes college football great.
We can sit around and be this delusional for a little bit.
Well, let's talk about Kiffin, and then let's go straight to Saban. Let's talk about the possibilities.
This is the deal with Lane Kiffin. I keep going back and forth. Am I getting trolled? Or is this dude the master of all trolls that he's trolling his own fan base? You do a 30 for 30 type segment about how you've turned your life around. You go on Pat McAfee, talk about how it's not about the money. You're tweeting about the velvet ditch. The velvet ditch. I just read the definition for you a second ago. It's definition of velvet ditch: a place that is so comfortable and charming it's easy to fall into and difficult to leave. A nickname for Oxford, Mississippi. Difficult to leave. How long are you going to toy with the Rebel fans? And then you're going to go deep in the playoffs here,
and then just bail,
and then be like, I'm going to LSU.
All those transfers, actually, I'm bringing them to LSU.
I'm going to LSU. It's hard for me to believe that. On the flip side, you remove yourself from the emotions, you remove yourself from the media, and you look at it through the lens of what college football has been our whole life, not what game day has been pushing what college football is now, where anyone can win. Yeah, sure, maybe anyone can make the playoffs, but let's see who wins this year, right? Before we get too far about Indiana and Ole Miss and A&M, et cetera. But if you look back at this through the lens of what we grew up with, yeah, you leave Ole Miss for LSU. Yeah, if you're the guy, if we have fired Brian Kelly mid-season, paying this massive buyout, you've got all this hoopla over this next coach. It's got to be a winner, right? We have to figure this out. We have to do the right thing.
Playoffs every year.
We're going to go out and get the best name, right? On 3, don't overthink it. It's Lane Kiffin. Everything's about Lane Kiffin. Is this one of those moments where it's like, yeah, it sends shockwaves? Like Lane Kiffin makes the playoffs, tells his team he's leaving after the playoffs. I would be shocked. I would not be shocked.
Yeah.
It's the weirdest like catch-22.
It just doesn't feel like to me that we're gonna look back, however many years in the future and be like, wow, Lane Kiffin was at Ole Miss for 18 years. Like that just seems crazy. And
Yeah,
I think Lane understands college football. It's like obviously, he's been around it forever and everything, but it's like I think he knows that you just can't turn down a job like LSU, like Alabama, like Ohio State.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, throw Georgia in there. There's just this handful of jobs that if you get the opportunity, you just kind of have to take. As much as you don't want to, and maybe it's going to not work out for you. Maybe he does hang out there. Good for him if he does. It's hard for me to wrap my head around being able to go to a program like LSU or Alabama and being like, I'm okay here, even though I always blame it on like we don't get any night games because we're a tier B program.
I got to beg the fans to come out.
You know what I'm saying? Like there's also those nuggets there where you're just
how big's their stadium? 64,000 people.
Yeah. It's a badass high school stadium.
64,000 people. You got to beg them to come out. You're ranked number 7.
And so it's just like I agree with everything you're saying of like it's would be so fucked up to just continue to troll your fan base this hard and bold. But there's just also the other side of it too. And I still think Lane would take the job.
Yeah. I'm more out now this week than I was in on thinking he'll take the job.
I agree. My percentage has definitely dropped.
Yeah. My percentage of wanting him is through the roof. And I think it's not only the victories, the way they're winning, the development of this offense, the defense. Like he's figured out what defense is now. This defense has improved throughout the season. They were a laughingstock earlier in the year.
Yeah.
You go watch them against Arkansas. It's a totally different defense than what we're seeing.
They didn't look great against Georgia.
They didn't look great. They've gotten better.
They have. They have.
He's playing with a Grambling transfer at linebacker, a Division II quarterback, and honestly, I don't know. It's like the minute they need a big play, they get it. They're stepping up to the occasion. Yeah, they're beating South Carolina. I understand that. It still is Ole Miss.
Yeah.
And the point of me saying all this is that Lane Kiffin has improved as a head coach.
And Lane Kiffin has improved Ole Miss as a program where you're like, yeah, of course they beat South Carolina. It's like 5 years ago, you'd be like, well, that's a game.
It is Gerald, absolutely. It is a top 5 job.
He's responding to if you want to throw that one up on the screen, the comment before says, I'm confused why anyone would want to take that job. And look, we can talk about the governor or the senator or whatever, like all this bullshit political stuff. I can, if you want to make that, fine. LSU is a top brand in college football. LSU has been in the championship games over the last 20 years as much as anyone not named Alabama. It's like it's proven time and time again that it is a place with the resources, and it's like you don't have to compete against many people. Like you can take one of the best talent-rich areas in the world and not have any other schools locally coming in to steal those guys. Like
if you break down why. I want to bring up the governor situation because sure, him going on ESPN, what are you doing? Right. Like I'm all in that boat of like, this is ridiculous. Why is he there? Why is he talking about LSU sports so openly? Right. But then if you really sit back, like you look at the amount of people from Barstool, everybody in Barstool, from Fox Network, talking about Fox Sports, talking about Game Day last week, all of them. LSU is the job. LSU is the number one job. While Florida and Penn State were open, right? Those were the 3 big ones. Without a doubt, LSU is the number one job. You fast forward a week because of what the governor said, and now we're a quote-unquote dumpster fire. Let's break down what happened there. The reason is no one knew what's going on with Scott Woodward.
Yeah.
No one tied in the contract situation with Scott Woodward, the buyout situation with Scott Woodward. We all wanted Scott Woodward gone. We let go of him, and now it's like, oh, they don't even have an AD. Yeah. It's just quick sound bites to pile on a story.
Headline media.
It's headline media. But if you look into it, you're like, okay, one, Landry for some reason, something must have happened where with this contract, if someone wasn't going to pay it out, it was a taxpayer situation. That's his angle.
Yeah.
That's all he cares about. He's not hiring the coach. He's not calling the shots in the ops building. He sounds goofy, right? He's got a goofy accent, and we fired our AD. You combine those two things, all of a sudden we're a dumpster fire. Break down what he's talking about. He wants an incentive-based model where he was pissed that the seats were empty and we're going to raise ticket prices. No, we need a better model here at LSU. I agree with the context of what he was saying.
The problem is he's using,
and it's politics. It shouldn't have any part.
He's using this whole angle for to get the guys, to be like, to get the people in Louisiana, the hardworking folks, the blue collars, he called them, to believe what he's saying in terms of like, oh, I'm saving you guys money. Yeah. When in reality, the taxpayers have never had to pay for a buyout. Like historically, it's not going to happen. So he's using it to gain votes for his next, to keep people happy.
But that doesn't equate to he's going to go out and now get the new coach and have a say in how the program works. Like all of that, like no coach
both things
that wanted to be at LSU last week is going to be like, I'm out now. Right. Like, I think that is a ridiculous theory that because of what he said on Pat McAfee on Monday is all of a sudden going to make Lane Kiffin be like, I guess it's Florida.
Yeah.
That to me is not like, this can easily, you hire an AD or you hire a president, you get the right AD. You've got these people putting up millions of dollars. Apparently we're going to get into the rumors as well. You're not going to turn that down. This team wants to be number one, period.
One of the most telling things is the amount of recruits that have not decommitted. Or the lack thereof. Like, that's the most telling thing about this whole job.
6 hours after Brian Kelly got fired.
Like, that should be one of the most telling things about this job is that, like, the staff that stayed in place, Frank Wilson and company, being able to retain those guys for the time being. Like, obviously, maybe when we hire someone, there's different philosophies. That
everyone knows this is the best job. That's why they're piling on. Like when fucking Bama lost to Florida State, the whole world was like, yes. Stay down.
Powerball ticket.
Yeah, like all of that.
No, but in kind of to your point, Grant, this may happen at every school, and we don't see the tweets because it's like not LSU, but you see so many like former players and guys coming back in and like rallying around the program and talking about what LSU means. And it's like, dude, fucking Rohan Davey, LSU Sports post a 50-second clip about Rohan Davey just pretty much saying sack up and like be a man.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck, hire him for OC.
Yeah. Hey, young men, this is the rest of your life. Shit's going to happen and you're going to have to deal with it.
I love Brandon Taylor's shit too.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, he was just like, get off the turf.
Yep.
Like talking to us, like get up. Like we've all been there. You're not the only one that's been injured during a season. Like there's a very woe is me attitude on this team. And I think Frank's going to flip that. It's going to be very exciting to watch, whether we win or lose.
Can we still block? Probably not, but
but we might coach around it now. We might not just be like, we can't block, but there's nothing else we can do. Yeah. Bullshit. You can figure out what to do.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's going to be a very interesting few weeks. And I think that's the biggest unknown. How long is this going to take?
And then there's people out there that are like, well, you can go into February and get Kelvin Shepherd. It's like, what?
No, we're hiring.
What you got?
So we got to get through Tuesday. We're getting our president. We all know who that's going to be.
McNeese.
Everyone's saying that the coach is next. Like the AD will be hired or named, whatever, after there's a coach.
But why is that? Why is everyone saying the coach is next? Is that only because of what Verge said in that stupid press conference where he's like, the coach is the number one priority first?
It couldn't even steam the mat.
Is that where we're getting that from?
Yeah.
Because if that's the case, then
because
do they have somebody? If so, why are we putting this committee together?
They have to have a committee together.
But if they already have
don't
the guy,
have an AD.
They already have the guy. And they're not worried about an AD because we have the guy.
We have a coach already.
Well, I'm saying if that were true, that they're not worried about the AD, the thought is we already have a coach. We already have the guy we want.
His name is Nicholas Joseph Saban.
That's my theory on why that would be the case. I don't think I think that was just a rushed answer. If you go back and watch that press conference, those guys were not prepared to answer questions.
Yeah, that was
like they read a page that they wrote.
I'm sorry, I thought we were just giving a statement.
Yeah,
today.
they were giving a statement, and then like no one was going to talk to Verge, and they were just talking to Scott Ballard or whatever, and the other guy, and they were shaking. You can look at the dude's hands; he's rattled. They weren't answering questions. So the whole like, what's the timeline? Like all of a sudden, you know, not all of a sudden. I like our press guys for the most part, but all of a sudden they grew some balls, and now they're asking questions. Fair. You know, or it's like, hey, at what point are we hiring our coach?
Let me ask this,
what
are you
first?
saying that were you saying that the coaches would be known? Like that's why you're saying, or the AD is already picked out? The point you were trying to make was about the coach or the AD being picked out?
The point I was trying to make was that if the answer to the question that Verge and the boys gave, where we're focused on the coach first, the
right.
AD comes last, or whatever was said, the only way I'm confident in saying that is because I already have my coach lined up.
See, I think it's the opposite.
I mean, that could make sense too, that they already have the AD.
Because of the whole McNeese thing with that
sense.
AD. And so they know that guy's already coming in because of this whole thing.
But then why wouldn't you hold off on hiring them?
Yeah, why wouldn't you just bring them in then?
Yeah, I don't know.
So that's
either way, we've got to wait till Tuesday.
I know, but what I'm thinking is all that is like we are scoping in on everything, and half the time these people are just like winging their answers. I don't think that there's a timeline. I think they're trying to get the best coach. I don't think there's somebody in the bag.
So when you hire but how often does an AD and head coach at a prominent school get fired at the same time, to where then you have to would it make sense to hire an AD and then say, hey, your first job is this?
Yeah, we're hiring you because we trust you to
I can see kind of both
ways. I do understand your point that the AD is probably already in the books, right?
Or maybe not. I'm just saying in general, well,
no, that would make sense to the fact that we're not worried about the AD situation. The AD is going to come with the president.
Right.
But then at the same time, it's like this whole
Verge not going to be, it's not going to be a Scott Woodward type of AD.
I'm so tired of those questions too. They did it to Frank and they did it to Verge. Like, is this an audition for you to be the permanent?
It's like, what do you want Frank to say? I have no desire to be the head coach here. It's like, of course,
yeah, that would be amazing. That'd be great. I don't expect that, but like that'd be awesome.
But I also don't think Frank's going to be lobbying for the job like Ed was.
Frank's going to be lobbying to keep a job, and stay on this, stay with this program. What is he going to do? Go get a head coaching job at Tulane?
Brett, you want to answer this one?
Yeah, 150K Bitcoin before the LSU coaches announced. Heard it here first.
I hope so. Are we on the rebound?
No,
not 110.
Yeah.
It should be an interesting thing. There are a lot of people that are very confident. Are we done with Kiffin talk? Can I move to Saban?
I think we're in the same boat. I still think he would take the job. I'm less positive he would take the job than I was a week ago.
The more they win, that's the problem.
It's less.
Yeah.
My only point is to your point, Brett.
Great day.
To your point, Brett, how long would Kiffin actually, he's not going to be there for 20 years, right?
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense. But
so the other option is you wait for Bama.
But that's what I'm saying. Is there any other job that he would actually wait for, or not wait for, but go to, I think, besides what's open right now?
No, I think it would be Bama or Ohio State.
And would he actually want to be the head coach at Alabama following up?
Yeah.
So it would be after DeBoer. Yes. It would be after DeBoer.
You're not following Nick. You're bringing back the Nick Saban culture.
And I'm going to
he would want that.
Yeah. I think we're looking at this through a different lens, though. And I think, I hate to say it, but Saban's point all week about college football is so different now with the playoff expansion and rev share, portal, anyone can win at any time. So that also means anyone can get fired at any time. So this whole
Hugh Freeze just got fired.
Right. Lane Kiffin staying at Ole Miss doesn't mean that LSU's not going to be open in 4 years anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not like he's parking it there. I get where you're coming from with that notion of that's what we're used to seeing, but we're not used to seeing what we're in
a 10-year contract go out 4 years in.
Yeah, so a lot of the theories on it's a no-brainer. He should go to LSU. It's but we're in a very different time right now. So I don't really know if anything's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
And I think maybe that's where Lane's at. I think Lane's probably caught up in the whole I do think he's probably questioning, like, this is my time.
But yes, but is the next time the big, the quote unquote big schools have a coaching opening, is he going to be that number one name still?
No, exactly. Is he going to be the number one name? And also, like, Ohio State, they're getting Marcus Freeman. They're not getting Lane Kiffin.
Yeah.
Like Texas with Lane Kiffin, that might be
Texas
a thing.
Texas is a job. That's fair. I haven't said Texas once tonight and Texas is one of those jobs.
That's probably a thing. But outside of that, like,
you would have said USC and Tennessee, but he's already done that.
He's done that. He's not going back there.
Right.
But I'm saying,
I wouldn't throw Tennessee in there. USC is what it is. Like,
you're talking about as a big job.
What I'm saying is, if he had never coached at Tennessee, they would throw a bunch of money at. I can see a school like that.
I look at Ole Miss and Tennessee as this.
Yeah,
very equals.
Yeah.
And there's no point in going to Georgia one day.
Every single governor in Louisiana history has meddled in this program. This is nothing new. You're right.
Yeah.
And I think the governor talk is done. The minute we hire this president, it's over.
Nothing made me happier than opening up my YouTube feed a couple days ago, and the first thing on my feed is exclusive Matt Moscona interview with whatever the fuck the guy's name is.
Jeff
I'm like,
Landry.
This is literally the least exclusive interview on the planet right now.
Yeah. And then of course Moscona does his rage, and it's like, oh, what is he doing? It's like, dude, we don't need to continue this.
Just end it.
Like, there is no story here. We're just creating a story here.
Can I sidetrack us on the LSU for 45 seconds? I think if I'm Auburn, I'm sprinting to hire James Franklin.
Yeah, that'd be a good hire for them.
Stability, like you would think he could raise you back to that floor that you expect Auburn to be.
They're saying, I just read it's supposed to be Jeff Traylor. I just saw a tweet.
UTSA.
Yeah,
Traylor is a name I thought would go to Arkansas. He's the guy from Gilman.
Oh, you're talking about Auburn. Okay. I didn't know. I didn't know where you were going.
The guy that just beat Summerall's ass.
Yeah, I thought you were trying to give us an AD name or something. I was very thrown off. Look, maybe Auburn should, maybe that's probably a better one. I don't know. I just look at it from my perspective of not my perspective, of an Auburn fan perspective of like, I know what we can be. And we're not even fucking close.
Mm-hmm.
So let's take the guy who literally did what I think we should be at Penn State for a decade.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that's dumb. Maybe it's too much money. I think that's like if I'm an Auburn fan, as much as I hate
I want to be
James
9-3, 10-2 Let's figure it out.
I want James Franklin nowhere near LSU at all.
Yeah.
I feel like he could be the right guy for Auburn.
Yeah. It's a tough argument because why are you making it for yourself?
Let's say 2011 was the last time LSU had a championship. You're like, I know we could get back there. We've had shit coaches for 15 years. James Franklin could probably bring us back to at least being in the playoff.
Here's my thing on the coach. And this is where I am right now with my wish list. I want a coordinator. I want a guy that can call fucking plays. I want someone when shit's hitting the fan, he's taken over and we're confident that he's going to get the job done.
I like Dillingham, man.
Love Dilly. That's a risk. That is the first tier of risk I'm willing to be comfortable with. Where it's like you get down to that group of like, could that work? Like, Lane Kiffin could work.
Yes.
We're not like that would be the perfect fit. SEC roots. He knows college football. He's got
no surprises. You know what you're getting with Lane. Lane knows what he's getting with LSU.
The whole thing, right? You back that with the resources, the money, everything we have. It's a perfect fit. After Lane Kiffin, though, you start getting really like we're rolling dice here. I know we talked about Nick Saban. We'll get into the Nick Saban talk in a little bit. We know that
at a high level, that's kind of rolling the dice on a dude who is older, may not have that same fire walking. I think he would, but I'm saying
it's strictly you're going to get every player under the sun.
Yeah,
there's not going to be a single player that would not. Like everyone that grew up in this world of Nick Saban's a god, now all of a sudden, I've got a second chance. I can play for him. No. And it's at LSU where he started this run. Like, yeah, I'm in. Like that would be where that happens. It's not the coaching acumen of like he's obviously the greatest mind with college football, et cetera. But it's not like he's going to be in game being like, we need to do the X, Y, Z. I feel like that would start to take a toll on him after some time. It's the players. Yeah. It's the program itself that would just get an immediate boost.
What would be super interesting? And again, not saying Nick Saban's taking the job. it would be interesting to see the massive shakeup of all the position coaches that he would bring in.
Yeah, because that would be the first time in a while that the position coaches would be like, please.
Yeah, it'd be a big domino
give me
of
a
coordinators
job. Ed
and
would
position coaches.
Ed would be like, I'll sleep on a cot.
Yeah.
I'll be a GA.
I got gas in my truck, boy.
Yeah. But after that, there's names like Marcus Freeman getting thrown out there.
Yeah, I just don't think he's I
don't think he's interested.
I think from someone like him as like a total outsider, seeing the shit with the governor and all that stuff, that if I'm Marcus Freeman, I'm like, fuck that.
That's what you don't ignore
yes.
if you're him.
Yes.
Because that is something you're going to have to ask people like, is this okay?
Yeah.
You know, where like someone else like a Kiffin or whoever from around here, and when I mean around here, the region, would come here and be like, this is college football. Like, this is the way it is. I think Marcus Freeman is waiting for Ohio State. There's no question about it. I would hate to hire him and then turn around and Ryan Day leaves one day and it's like, okay, he's immediately gone. I don't see it. Would Marcus Freeman crush it here? Absolutely.
I think so.
I think he would recruit his ass off. I think he'd have a good defense. It would work out.
But again, look, I like Marcus Freeman, but it's like now everyone's back on Marcus Freeman's nuts, but he lost the only 2 games against like decent teams that he's played. And it's like, I don't know.
Then you go with the Dan Lanning situation. Made it very clear he's not leaving unless he starts losing, which is an odd way of putting it. It's like, no, we're not talking about you getting fired. We're talking about you taking another job. But I think his point was the only way I'm leaving is if I get fired. I'm not taking another job. I think Lanning's a pipe dream. You had to try, right? Then you start rolling dice. And I think Kenny Dillingham is that next roll of the dice.
I put him and Clark Lee in that same tier, same boat.
I think you and I love the idea of Clark Lee. I think the objective data on his winning, I have concerns about, is it Pavia or is it Clark Lee?
And I think that's fair. But I mean, I also said the same thing about DeBoer and Penix.
Yeah.
And I mean, not saying DeBoer's lighting the world on fire. We'll see on Saturday night.
But DeBoer had some skins on the wall as a head coach in other places.
That's fine. And look, I agree.
Clark Lee's on my list. I'm just saying I might have Dilly ahead of him.
That's fair. I just like the mentality that he brings to his football team. You can throw Pavia in there too, but he sits there in a fucking locker room in Vanderbilt in Nashville, Tennessee, and makes those dudes believe that they're going to beat Bama and they're the best team in the country. It's like, if you can channel that energy into our locker room, I like our odds. Could it go bad? Yeah, absolutely. I think I agree. I would be a hair more comfortable with Dillingham. I think you hire Dillingham first and then Clark Lee. But that's close. I'm in that's a split hair.
That's a split hair there. And I think it's preference on experience, what you want. I think it's more of I don't know. What's more of a risk? I was going to say Dilly, but then it's like, well, Clark Lee.
My question and I mean, it's not like I've studied Clark Lee's coaching tree that much, but my question with Dillingham is like, do you come in? Do you have enough of your coaching experience to get like elite position coach coordinators? Yeah. Are we actually going to bring in someone and keep so many dudes on the staff of Corey Raymond and Kyle Williams? And
I think
Frank
that's
Wilson
the risk you take with Dilly, and you hope it works out, because there's a real danger that if you hire Dillingham, he comes in and he gets invaded by outside, like, no, you need to hire this person. Yeah. Like, you're not familiar with this. You need to get him. And maybe he depends on too many resources, like an Austin Thomas, who probably, is in a good spot, has good intention. But I think Clark Lee would come in and be like, no, I've got guys. I know about this person. I can trust this person. No, Brad Davis is gone. I'll keep Frank. I don't know. I think there's coaching structure construction that would be a concern with Dillingham. But I also think Dillingham is that young, exciting, offensive-minded genius. Yep. I want to do this in college football for the rest of my life. But then you have the home talk, right? We go back to, he's crying in his press conference that I'm home. Yeah. I made it. I can't believe it happened this fast. I'm not going anywhere. I'm focused on this team. All of that. I also think LSU, if they had this type of money that we're reading about, Dillingham goes to LSU.
Where do you put Heupel in this? Grant's got on our screen here about the On3 Vol message board of rumors going around about Heupel. The LSU stuff's real, blah, blah, blah. I don't know if I believe that or not. I still
if Heupel looked different, I'd be all in. I think I'm what's funny is like that's as straightforward as you're going to get. Most people probably
like his physical appearance.
Appearance.
Yeah.
I think if Heupel looked different, people would be like, that's our guy.
Yeah. I mean,
no, you call me crazy. Dude has an offensive, I love his offense. They run the ball, but they are also a scoring machine. They got screwed with their quarterback. I mean, Lance Hurd's thriving in that system. I don't know, but is it a Tennessee problem that he hasn't pulled it off? I mean, look at this guy, man. I don't know.
He looks like a grandma.
Yeah. He looks like the perfect neighbor.
I feel like I throw Heupel in that list. Like, I think Lane's obviously above him. The guys like Saban and Freeman and stuff are above him, but I would throw him in that Dillingham, Clark Lee group of like.
Go to Heupel's resume.
I think this would work out.
Yeah.
I don't know how long has he been at Tennessee.
I would guess 5 years. Go to his coaching resume. Okay,
21.
Go up for a second. Hold on.
I have his year by year down here.
Okay, UCF, 12-1 at UCF. Lost in the Fiesta Bowl. 10-3, 6-4. Then he goes to Tennessee.
That's pretty immediate. Like getting Tennessee back.
11-2.
Tennessee's been pretty
quickly.
bad.
Yeah. 9-4, 10-3.
I agree. I think his physical appearance doesn't get any love in the
doesn't
coaching
get a lot
searches.
of love because of the physicality. Now, if he was this former Oklahoma quarterback stud-looking guy, which on paper he's supposed to be.
I don't know.
Jeff Brom or Manny Diaz, the Brom talk, fearless leader. I think that's the first one. I'm just like, I don't know about Brom.
Yeah, I think we've gone.
And Key. Brom and Key are the two where I'm like, those are the reaches for me.
It feels like I'm not even saying I like or dislike them. It feels like it's going to be very hard for LSU to have so many people say no to that's where we end up.
We're not going to get to that point.
Yes.
I think Summerall is a guy that they would offer before they get to Jeff Brom.
I agree.
And I was looking at this kind of objectively with the Summerall deal. Summerall's getting hyped up a lot. People are
not as much after Saturday.
Not as much after Saturday. But you're going to have Kentucky probably open. You've got Auburn. Auburn's obsessed with
Who's the
Summerall.
longest tenured SEC coach right now?
It's got.
You just derailed.
It's definitely Stoops.
Derailed me. No, I think Summerall's going to have a lot of options. I think LSU is going to be in a. If we're not going to. This is where I'm going with this. The Summerall thing is a big factor with the Kiffin situation, because I don't think you allow the Tulane coach to go to Auburn or to go to Kentucky and blow up, right? Where in hindsight you could have had him, but you waited for Kiffin, who ended up snubbing you at the end of the day anyway to get a massive extension from Ole Miss because you waited that long. I think it's this wait. How long are we going to wait?
Yeah.
Do you take Summerall now, right? I don't know if we get we've got some guys. I think Heupel is certainly above that. How real is this Heupel stuff? I know we're recording right now, but is this?
I saw it earlier today on Twitter. I've only saw one person tweeting that, I thought it was a troll, considering it was people are unhappy about Heupel and they want to bring Lane Kiffin back. And when I saw Lane Kiffin, I was like, this is a joke.
The Lane Kiffin stuff.
And I haven't seen any other tweet referencing any of that. So I still am in the belief that was not a legit report.
Tennessee would be very dumb to fire Heupel.
Yes.
Or to let him walk. That's
the second you catch a taste. And they're just like, I'm out.
Yeah. They've been begging for some stability. He gave it to him, and now because what?
Because
I don't know. It's not, you're not winning the championship fast enough. You were in the dance. We were begging for Kelly to just get us to the dance.
Yeah.
This next name though, I don't understand why it's still here, and it's Joe Brady. We've had a week, and if you look at the odds, he's still towards the top of the board.
Right at the top.
What is that about?
They know something we don't know.
And I think that's just my crazy betting brain now, where it's he wouldn't be there. Or is that just to bait some idiots that are like, oh, Joe Brady, that's who we're getting?
Yeah, I don't know. It is weird. I was just about to ask you about Brady and Kelvin Shepherd, but
I think both of them would absolutely crush it. I think it would. Well, no, they would either flame or crush.
Yes.
There would be
no middle ground.
There would be no hype-le. There would be no like, yeah, we made the playoff. Like we would either dominate or we would be in over our heads.
Yeah, I can talk myself into Kelvin Shepherd. You get the Dan Campbell tutelage of like, how to be a man in the locker room. And obviously the dude loves LSU again. And it's like, maybe the answer is you just have guys like Frank and everybody, all these dudes stay on the staff. But it's like, it just worries me that Kelvin Shepherd shows up in his office and is like, who the fuck do I call to call plays? And it's like,
I'm sure, probably figured it out, but I think my bigger concern with Kelvin Shepherd is like the minute you start losing games, is he going to be like, man, fuck this place? Like, I was made here. No, but I'm saying like, is he going to be able to have the thick skin to power through the criticism? And I don't know, like, is he going to be too quick to make moves? Is he going to be like the Dillingham situation? Is he going to be influenced to make moves because we're so young and inexperienced at this level? Yes, I get it. He's a great coach. Yes, I get it. He's killing it in the NFL as a coordinator. But I don't know, man. There's a difference between coaching these pros that like understand what you're saying and take to it pretty quickly versus coming in and running a massive program that is an industry for the state.
I think it's tough for a defensive-minded guy to come in as the first-time coach at a big program versus a Joe Brady to come in an offensive-minded guy, Sean McVay, that type of mindset.
You're only as good as your quarterback. And I think you get a guy like Joe Brady coming in, you're going to get whoever you want. You're going to pull the best portal quarterback is going to come play for Brady. The offense is going to be reborn. It's going to be great. Brady's a flight risk. The guy is not like entrenched with LSU.
He spent a few months in Baton Rouge.
Yeah.
He doesn't call it home. He doesn't miss Tiger State. Maybe he does a little bit, but it's like
Joe Brady would be the same guy.
We would also triple his salary.
Yeah, very true. But he also is in line
for like 10x the work.
Right. Or hang out with Josh Allen. Wait for this job to open up because it's mine the minute old boy leaves.
Yeah, you talking about Buffalo?
Yeah.
As soon as they fire him for losing to Kansas City in the playoffs again.
That's fine. He'll take the Dolphins job. Like he can take head coaching jobs across the league. He's always been a league guy. That's where I'm confused in where this is coming from. And maybe he has floated that he's interested in head coaching in college again. And if that's the case,
Let's just be clear. Not again.
Coaching in college.
Yes.
I would hate to see him be the head coach at Penn State and just crush it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I would be like, damn, that's our guy.
We should. Ed brought him in.
We won a championship with him. He should be doing it here with our Destrehan receivers, with our Catholic High guys. Like, there's all these people.
Houston.
Well, like he put the pieces together. Obviously, we had Joe Burrow, but like watching the Louisiana athletes finally peak in a system that gave their full potential, everything Louisiana guys that follow these recruits, like this is the stage that you're supposed to have. This is where you're supposed to go. You're supposed to become the Jamar Chases and the Justin Jeffersons of the world. Clyde is supposed to win a championship with that type of commitment and effort, even though he's not a Leonard Fournette. Like we got the most out of all those players. Bring that magic back. And I think that is what Joe Brady can bring. I have no idea how realistic it is. And to your point, Brett, who does he call to be his defensive guy? Is he going to come in and be like,
just like Baker's still here?
Yeah. I mean, that would be obviously his first move would be like, I got to secure Baker, or who am I going to call? Somebody from Buffalo, the D-line coach from the Bills. Yeah. Like, I don't know. There's a lot of unknowns there. It is interesting though, that he's so high on the odds.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It is weird. I also randomly think Jeff Levy's going to steal one of these jobs that nobody's talking about.
That's a good call. I can see that for sure.
All of a sudden he gets hired at Auburn and everyone's like, oh shit. Yeah.
Isn't Florida State about to open too?
You would think so.
Isn't Clemson about to open?
Did y'all watch that?
Yeah.
I saw the clip.
Clemson's going to open. That's going to be another one that's going to be very confusing.
In the back of the room. Am I going to be fired?
That's going to be the new name that everyone says is better because you don't have the SEC gauntlet.
Right. Yeah, that might be the whole. Yeah, that's number 2 to LSU when it opens.
Yeah, but because I think people will say it's better.
Yeah.
I think there will be a huge people that be like, no, Clemson's a way better job than LSU. I don't agree, obviously. I think Clemson would jump up. I still think I would take up the Florida job, the potential of Florida over Clemson, but I would say Clemson's above Penn State, obviously.
Would Dabo take a year off? Like, would he just go hang out with Brian Kelly? You think Brian Kelly gets a job?
Yeah.
I kind of do.
Yeah. He hasn't made a peep.
Which makes me think he's pissed.
Yeah, he's pissed. Yeah, because they're floating around that he banged a realtor or something.
He didn't have it nearly as bad as his AD.
Allegedly.
His AD just got drugged through the mud. He's fine
Whether
now.
it's true or not, apparently it's true. Like, I would hate that that's floating around. And like,
what's rumor?
BK
boning the realtor.
Boning somebody. Dan Mullen a few times mentioned about Moscona.
Get the hell out. I would quit.
Again, there's just no way that many people say no for us to land with Dan Mullen. Yeah. I'm not an anti-Mullen guy. I mean, I think Mullen should have stayed the Florida head coach.
He should have. He should still be there. Go look at his results. Where he's at UNLV. They give up 97 points a game. He's a
away from being in a playoff, the 14 playoff.
They give up 97 points a game. I'm not dealing with that. Not dealing with that.
All right, can we talk Saban?
Yeah, of course.
So the rumors about Saban are they're fun to look at. They're fun to talk about. I've convinced myself they're real. I've convinced myself that there is
the offers are real
effort to go after Saban, and there is not an immediate no. I think it is, let's see what this looks like.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
I agree. I still don't think it's going to happen.
I don't think it's going to happen, but I don't think
there's too much smoke. There's too much. There's got to be a little fire
there's
somewhere.
More than a 0% chance.
Yes.
There's something there about this Saban stuff. And I want to talk about the consistent, like someone texted us, and I sent you the message a few days later. But someone texted us that is tight with whoever, whatever.
Yeah, we don't name names.
We're not naming names, but stated it's Saban. Well, first off, they put it out there that who's the Canes guy?
Todd Graves.
Graves had nothing to do with this. Everybody talking about Graves. It was a tech dude in California.
San Francisco, yeah.
The California dude is putting the money up for the buyout. He wants a change. We're going all out for the best coach possible, and they're putting together this massive deal for whoever. The first target is Nick, and Nick is listening, right? This was like right when Kelly got fired, like the day.
This was like Monday or
Tuesday,
was the
day Kelly got fired, maybe the next day. You fast forward to, I don't know, Friday.
I like my team here.
Well, you've got people on target droppings. Like someone posted this almost the same exact story about how this tech guy,
and this dude is not a tiger droppings person.
No,
I also got the exact same thing separately from someone different.
Right. And so there's all this thing about a California tech guy and it's from people that aren't tiger droppings people. And so it finally got to tiger droppings. Yeah. And so the point I'm trying to make of why it's interesting is usually tiger droppings has these crazy rumors that pop up. They're debunked immediately, or they drag people along and they hardly ever come true. The fact that like this came after we heard it from multiple people that don't have anything to do with the message board craziness and then more plugged in with government stuff makes me feel like it is legit. Now, if you think that's legit, then let's dive into the rumors that have more detail. Well, the detail has a lot to do. And I looked at this dude's post history, calling out Brad Davis and Scott Woodward working together very much in collusion about being a mole.
Yeah.
Something going on with the team. We'll find out soon. It'll all come out eventually, but you'll be shocked what Scott was doing. I'm curious to know what all that is. But that same person is like, no, the Saban stuff is real. This is the package. And this same guy is willing to commit $30 million a year in NIL funding. if that were the case, okay, can you imagine any of these coaches we just talked about? So we do need to land a good coach, but I think the package that is potentially what we're delivering, we are all in right now to win.
I agree. In the chat, Andres put like, what would an offer for Saban even look like? $20 million a year. I don't think it's as much that. Like, sure, he'll be the highest paid coach, blah, blah, blah. I think it's more of like, this is what we're offering. There's no more $18 million teams. We're giving you $30 million teams. Like, I think it's more about all of the other stuff that Nick wouldn't want to deal with again, and like the things that kind of kicked him out of coaching.
Yeah,
that's kind of more taken care of, and let him go back to doing quote unquote what he loves. Like, I don't know that it's like, I would assume Nick's rich enough that at 25, the difference between 25 million a year and 15 million a year is like, yeah, cool, I can get another boat.
I think I think I figured it out. So they said they have their guy. They're going to hire a coach before an AD. Saban's going to be the coach and AD.
Yeah, we talked about that.
I'm in.
You made a great short.
Yeah, we did. And then he would hire Kiffin.
And then he'd hire Kiffin. Yeah. There was a dude, and I don't know if it's the same guy that has that company out there in California, whatever, that everyone's been naming his name now.
Yeah.
There was a guy on Twitter.
He wanted to be anonymous, guys.
That was a very anonymous dude on Twitter that was like hanging out in his penthouse suite in California, always talking about how he's like ready to support the team, etc. He kind of went dark a few years ago. I looked back on my tweets, couldn't find him.
Yeah, I don't really remember this. I'm sure I saw it at the time, but I don't.
I thought we had this conversation of like, do you think this dude really has all this money? But it was me, and I talked to you about it.
I remember
neighbors.
It was like a guy. He was like very like flashy. Like, oh, here's my watch collection. Here's my Lamborghini. But he's got like an ugly white LSU hat in the background while he's on a balcony in Las Vegas or something.
Right. Like, and I'm just like, is this fake stuff? Is this dude just traveling to hang out with a buddy, and he's putting his like Chalmette hat hanging up?
It was like, just saw Paul Skeens do that. It was like something to do with like LSU baseball championship. It was like random stuff that a real LSU fan would know about.
But then he would never show his face. And then at one point he had his family on the beach in front of their house with like LSU baseball jerseys on, but they turned away from the camera. And I don't know. And he said he works in Japan a lot. He works in tech. He made a fortune. Could this be this random guy that at this point he's fucking pissed enough where he's like, I'm all in. Here's the money. Go get Nick Saban. You know, and it's like, okay, dude, we'll try. But like,
no, do it.
Let's do it. Honestly, get the best guy. And this is what we're funding moving forward.
Is that guy that you're describing, he's different from another guy there's
another tech billionaire
that's supposedly put up money for the buyout
in California from Baton Rouge. Didn't go to LSU. The whole thing lining up.
Got you.
And look, Sam in the chat sounds like wishful thinking to me. Why hire a 75-year-old? Look, it is wishful thinking.
Dude, this is we're not being.
We're in coaching. We're in coaching search times. Like, it is wishful thinking.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't care if Saban's 90. If it's available, you have to take that risk.
You have to take the risk, not because of his coaching skills on the field at 75. It is the perception of this is the next big school to go to. We're getting every player possible.
Yeah, and
every coach.
And also, I think it's a little disingenuous to say Saban fired Kiffin before the championship game. He took another job, and Saban like told him, "Well, then go take your other job." Like, I think that's a little off, but
I get it. The wishful thinking stuff. I agree. Like, that's the boat we're in right now.
I think Saban liked Lane fine. I think he liked jumping on his ass when he had the opportunity to do it too.
How about Herbie setting that all up at the very end? Be like, all right, you got something to say? It's all yours. Floor's yours. You want to announce something?
I like my team here.
I like my team here.
I know.
Like,
but
what is that?
That made it sound like
that there was rumors at the table.
Yeah.
And Herbie was just like, you got something to say?
Yeah, that Dez is down at the donut cart laughing.
We saw
Sexton
texting you just now. Who is that about?
But then Dez is like making it a point to be like, LSU's not the best job. Is that all to like get Saban going and be like, well, actually,
I'm taking that job.
Yeah, but then he.
Can you imagine if fucking Saban had geared his coaching decision to LSU on game day?
Yeah. Well, he wore the tie.
You said if he headgeared,
if he headgeared the tiger head, like I'm going to LSU.
I would be very nervous at that point. I'd be like, this is not good.
I'd break my
this
TV.
Is not good. He's lost his mind.
Would that be the equivalent of him dancing with a recruit?
Yeah. Like that would be the moment.
Like, oh shit, maybe we're off.
The biggest flip of emotions of all time. It's like, we got Saban and he's in a fucking costume. No, I think Saban going out of his way to be like, LSU's not the best job. It could be Ole Miss. It could be Florida. It could be anybody now. I don't know if that's deflection. If it's like, hey, get out of my cell phone.
Yeah.
Like I can talk to whoever I want to talk to. I can entertain this for a moment. I'm missing it. I'm itching for it. I'm not doing it, but like, let me be. I don't know. It's very interesting. And maybe it's only interesting because we're in this world and this is the team we're pulling for.
Yeah, it's like you're looking for the Easter eggs and all the Taylor Swift songs.
And everyone else is just like, all right, what time does Georgia play?
Yes. No, I think it has something to do with that. If you take the first letter of every fourth word he said, it actually spells out Woodward. And
purple tie.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think it's happening, but also I do 100% believe that they're attempting to, and like it's not like it's like just Tiger droppings rumors at this point. I think offers and discussions have at least happened, whether they fell on deaf ears or it's like, ooh, maybe, I don't know.
Or is this Saban being like, hey, hire the fucking president and get this ball rolling. I'm not entertaining this until you have this vertical alignment. That's all he's talked about all week.
Yeah.
You got to have the vertical alignment in college football. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Vertically integrated companies.
But in the meantime, we have Frank Wilson and we have a team that is having fun. I do want to make this point before we dive into kind of the week ahead and what happened yesterday. The search committee, and I know we mentioned it before we struck up the mics, it didn't instill the best confidence in me when they're sitting there shaking, reading the paper, not wanting to answer questions. The second Scott Ballard said something, he throws the microphone away, kind of mumbling his way through, you asking me a question? Just kind of weird. But at the same time, it's like, okay, you've got Bollinger Shipyard guy, right? So you have two players on the team. Verge Osbury's son's on the team. Whit Weeks dating Kiffin. There's a lot of people that are going to hear something early.
Yeah.
Compared to what we're used to. This whole silent behind the scenes thing. How much influence, one, do you think these kids have? Probably not much, but they at least are talking to dad.
Yeah.
Right. And two, how quickly do you think it's going to get out if we do have someone on the line?
I mean, that's kind of the scary thing. Could it be a whole Les Miles to Michigan again, where it's like,
yeah, we're going to scare someone off.
Like Lane Kiffin's getting ready for round 1 or round 2 of the playoffs, and everyone in the world's reporting that Lane Kiffin has inked a deal with LSU, and he has to come out with a press conference and say, my damn strong football team.
Yeah.
And it's like that is a concern.
But I also think Lane's probably like, I'm not telling Landry shit. Like I'm not having dinner with my daughter until January.
Yeah.
You know, like that type of thing. The Lane stuff it sucks because now I've fallen for Lane. Like I'm deep into the whole, like, this is great. And I turn on their games and it's just like, damn, this sucks. Like they're dominating. And he's welcome. He's about to pull this off. He's going to make a run in the playoffs. Would be awesome if Florida bumped them. It'd be awesome if somehow Levy pulled off the upset. Like it would be amazing to see a Lane train wreck.
Yeah.
And then just lock him in.
No, and then we'd be like, are we sure we want Lane?
Oh, yeah. Immediately people would be like,
I'd rather deal it. That's what Kelvin Shepherd would never do this.
Yeah. Anyway, interesting. I don't know what to think as far as timeline goes.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Some people are saying, you know, you'll be shocked by next week. Everything will be in place and you'll forget about all this. If that's the case, what do you think? The same people are saying, don't overthink it. It's Lane Kiffin. Who do you believe? You think Lane Kiffin's going to announce before the playoffs he's leaving?
Going into the Egg Bowl, he's like, you know what, guys? Where is the Egg Bowl? Is that
it's at 11 o'clock. I don't know where it is.
It's at 11.
It is at Mississippi State.
Okay. Well, maybe that's a little easier to leave in the cloak of darkness in Starkville. Have your plane just show up Who the fuck's playing in the SEC championship game? Do we have any idea? Who's like in the lead for this? Obviously, A&M,
Bama.
We have Bama, A&M, Georgia, and Ole Miss.
Are all undefeated.
They're all playing.
Ole Miss has one loss
this year. They're having
but Georgia and Ole Miss have one loss. A&M and Bama.
Bama has none.
Right, they both have the 0 conference losses.
Here it is.
Oh, and then all of a sudden Texas is lingering.
I know nothing.
Fucking Mississippi State, man.
Nothing would make me happier than Texas beating Texas A&M. Nothing.
Only if State would have beaten them, would have made it nice.
Yeah, I mean, is Bama going to go undefeated? I think we're going to
not this week.
Not after this weekend, buddy.
I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I think if everyone had one loss in that top 5 in the SEC, there's going to be some tomfoolery. It's going to be interesting.
Let's see.
How do you figure
Georgia
that out?
Still plays Texas and Texas.
There is a
Georgia
formula for that, right? Isn't it strength of schedule or wins?
I think it would go to
the SEC.
It goes into like
head-to-head.
Conference opponents and head to head obviously would play a part.
Common opponent.
Yeah.
Like, because last year, 2 years ago, we were like going to get in because of some
our opponent's win-loss record was better than other teams or something. Like, so it can go down the line.
Hold on, time out for a second. Stay here for a second. What if I knew he was going to do it?
Yep.
What if Texas wins out?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. What if Bama wins out?
Mm-hmm.
Georgia wins out. So A&M would have a loss.
Georgia plays no, they already played, didn't they? Or do they? No, they play. So that can't happen.
Okay. I was going to say, so that would be the point I'm trying to make is, and then you have Vanderbilt sitting there with 2 losses, Oklahoma with 2 losses. Oklahoma's probably going to win out. Is there a chance that Ole Miss misses the playoffs if they lose to Florida and Mississippi State?
Well,
even if they lose to Mississippi State
during the game, all their ESPN stats and info said with a loss, their chances of making the playoffs was right at like 40%.
Because where are they going to be in this group? How many SEC teams are going to be in it if they are all at 2 losses?
5.
Right. No, you got to start picking and choosing SEC teams at some point of like Texas, Ole Miss, Georgia, Oklahoma.
Yeah, because you're going to have the Big Ten with Indiana and Ohio State. No matter what happens at this point, they're not playing anybody else.
And Oregon's in.
So you have 3 there. ACC is like
one.
USC has 1 conference loss.
Oh, you're right, because Miami blew it. Georgia Tech blew it. What?
Yeah.
USC has 1 conference loss. In the Big Ten.
Texas Tech. So, like, you're going to have to be very picky and choosy with how many SEC teams you get in. There is a chance where if Lane does stumble, they're not guaranteed a playoff spot.
Agreed. And then it turns into
like Bama,
it was
South
last
Carolina.
year with Ole Miss and Beamer and everybody else pandering about why they should be in the playoffs.
And if they don't make the playoffs, I think that's when it gets real about is he going to LSU and all that good stuff.
So basically, we just would have to cheer. We need Ole Miss to miss the playoffs.
I think that's been the case, but I think now it's very realistic with teams losing.
But it's not realistic because their schedule's kind of shit. I mean, Florida could beat them.
Florida could beat them. Mississippi State could beat them. But I'm saying the rest of the guys, if they do have a loss, you're going to have all these 5 and 2, or not 2.
More teams ahead of them.
You're going to have more teams with 2 losses with them. And then you're
us beating Bama doesn't help that.
Well,
I disagree.
No,
I think it helps
1-loss Bama, absolutely, because then you have then there's no guaranteed. There's no like, yeah, you definitely have Bama, you definitely have A&M. You like,
and everyone would say, well, Bama lost the first game of the year in a fluke, and they've looked really good outside of not knowing what to expect from a wiry LSU Frank Wilson team.
Right. So then that's their argument. Then it's like, okay, yeah, Bama's in, A&M's in, Georgia's in. Who won the SEC championship for sure, right? But who played for it? That doesn't count as a loss in the eyes of the playoffs. That automatically gets in. What if Texas, sneaks in? Oklahoma's got the 2. So then you go into 2-loss category. Vandy, Oklahoma, Ole Miss, right? Like you start doing those arguments. There's an opportunity there that they miss.
Yeah. No, I agree. It's just I don't know. It's going to be an interesting last few weeks of the season here. Some things could happen. I think LSU is going to play well. Obviously, I don't think they're going to necessarily beat Bama, but I'm excited to watch them.
Is Kenzel Kelly still on the team?
No chance.
Yeah.
No chance. Colin Hurley's over there like, dude, I swear, I really liked him.
Kenzel's awesome.
No, that's not right.
By the way, Oklahoma's not winning out. They have the toughest remaining schedule.
Yeah, don't they play Bama? They don't play Bama this year.
Yeah, they do
play Bama.
Yeah, they're done.
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, at Bama. Yeah.
And the other two aren't guarantees. I mean,
no, the other two are guaranteed. Well, I guess now that
I don't know about that. Oklahoma hasn't been setting the world on fire. It's the first time.
Dude, I don't know how they beat Tennessee. Blew that game. Like
there is a better than 0% chance that Oklahoma wins out.
Yeah, non-zero chance.
Non-zero. It could happen.
How about the Georgia quarterback just fucking daggering every over and spread in the history of college football? Gross.
That was rough. You posted that. I didn't see it, obviously, because it was very difficult to change channels.
It was brutal.
But I eventually saw it later that night, and I was like, oh, that's what he meant. That's terrible.
I saw it later, too.
Ooh, that was a tough one. I mean, Oklahoma like dove down on the one, and they're like, fuck it, just run it in.
Yeah, I did see that. Like I was like, oh, that's over, and then I flip back over. It's like, wait, how did they score?
Yeah,
I thought they just died on the one.
It was weird.
So, do you want to talk about last weekend?
Yeah,
yesterday.
I mean,
last weekend
we covered some of it. Florida gave it a puncher's chance. They had chances to win that game against Georgia. Again, it's just so fucking frustrating to sit around and watch college football every weekend and just be like, every one of these teams is beatable. Mm-hmm. And it's like the fact that LSU, with the talent that they have, is not even in that discussion and so far away from it at this point. It's just so frustrating because it's like
Blake's pushing Summerall. Sorry.
He's the new Napier. He's the new Jordy Culotta taking the throne. But yeah, I don't know. The Texas game I didn't watch. It looked like Texas was routing them the whole game, and then all of a sudden there was an onside kick that I have no idea how Vanderbilt didn't recover that.
That's absolutely ridiculous.
And then you went into the 2:30 game of Florida, Georgia, and then the nightcap of South Carolina, Ole Miss, and OU, Tennessee with a little baseball action.
OU, Tennessee was a good. I guess at least it was close, but I feel like both teams tried to give that away.
Yeah, I mean, Mateer threw and such an egregious pick when they had the game completely locked up with 5 minutes left, running out the clock.
The baseball game was the best thing on TV.
Your mic's off.
The baseball game was the best thing on TV yesterday.
The Biloxi series?
Yeah. York.
How about York, man?
Nebraska looked sweet in the All Blacks. Couldn't get it. Couldn't pull it together.
They're always
they covered though.
They are only good when I'm not watching. The minute I try to tune in, I'm just like, this is a train wreck.
Well, he's out for the year. Broke his leg.
Yeah, I saw that.
He's going to be. Do you think he goes back to Nebraska, or do you think he's going to be one of the hyped up transfer portal guys?
Is he?
He's going to be hyped up.
To where?
LSU,
Kansas City.
Joe Brady and Dylan Raiola.
Lagway and Kiffin.
No, I know exactly how to coach up Pat Mahomes. I've watched him enough. At least Bryce Underwood's not just lighting the fucking world on fire. That's that's just a little sprinkle of hope that makes me happy.
With what is crazy, what are they, 7-2? Yeah. So
I mean, they went out there in the playoffs.
Yeah. So Moore's sticking around. I was gonna say it'd be funny if they fired Moore, but that's not happening.
That steals Ole Miss spot. If they beat Ohio State, if they end up figuring out a way to beat Ohio State at the end of the year, that would be someone that would steal a spot from Ole Miss.
So that would be.
We're still needing Ole Miss to lose. Though.
Yeah,
Ole Miss wins out there.
Yeah.
I agree. If Ole Miss has 2 losses, what I'm saying is,
I know. I'm just stating this, just making sure.
Yeah, because who's Ole Miss's biggest victory? LSU.
Yeah.
We definitely need our grand LSU baseball season preview. We didn't get it last year. Did we not do it?
We didn't do a full breakdown.
You're right.
Brett meddled in.
Brett did something.
Mike was moving.
He was.
Who
you said Ole Miss?
Signetti would be kind of fun to not at LSU, but it'd be fun to watch win a championship. That would be outrageous television. He'd come out just
Indiana Ole Miss for the title. What a bizarro world that would be.
Oklahoma's their biggest win. Ole Miss last week.
Yeah, and you said they suck.
They do suck.
Oklahoma sucks.
Without Mateer healthy, yeah. He's got a hurt hand.
Let's look at the games this week.
Yeah.
Wait, was there anybody?
Cincinnati getting blown out.
I mean, Miami lost. We kind of touched on that, but it's like
there was. Oh, that was the only other one. Yeah.
Rhett Lashley gets an extension.
Georgia Tech.
Oh, Georgia Tech
Key
losing
out.
big. Which that kind of opens that. That's a. I mean, I guess they would be in the ACC championship.
But that loss opens up a potential SEC playoff.
It opens
spot.
up another. Yeah, you're right.
Because it wouldn't shock me if they took a 2-loss SEC team over a 1-loss Georgia Tech team.
I just don't know if it gets that far. There's a lot of other teams.
Yeah, I agree. There's still a lot of football to be played. We're like sneaky running out of football, but
like
there's
Utah
still a ton to be
Texas
determined.
Tech
Yeah.
and BYU, like those teams are going to have a say. And then you're going to have, one of the Memphises or whoever.
These were last week's.
You want to share your screen for the people?
We can
let them know.
Just someone's going to complain in the YouTube comments or in the DMs if it don't. You'll always talk about shit on the screen that we can't see. So, and that's fair. So I'm a man of the people here.
This is not up to date.
What?
He didn't update the totals.
I didn't update the totals here, but you can tell what's going to happen based off the green and the red.
Yeah.
These weren't given out on air.
These
so
were not public.
Fugazi.
These were not public. We're not going to have public ones this week unless we tweet them out.
We're not picking right now.
We're not picking right now.
I haven't looked at the. I mean, we can.
Let's look at the games. You don't have to do it.
I just wanted to put this up there for transparency.
100%. Now, for transparency for us,
so we all went.
Go ahead and make a new spreadsheet real quick. But you don't need to put the games in there. Let's just do under our names. Just put the teams.
You can clean it up later and post.
Yeah.
All right. So now go back to the other screen and let's pick games.
Yeah.
All right. Let's
look at the slate.
Actually, let me move this.
What did they say? Epic post?
Oh, it's about you getting thirsty on the timeline for the Colts owner.
What's her name? Carly
Ursay.
Yeah, and then I saw her feet, and I saw and I saw the shoes.
Yeah, and then I saw her feet, and I was out.
Yeah, dude, she's like rocking some like kid tennis shoes with like a big dress. I was like, never mind.
Of all the things, I would have never guessed that what was coming next was but then I saw her feet. Yeah, it was like 9:15 in the morning. There's tweets like getting posted in group chats back and forth. And every time I refresh my Twitter and that spam, Mike's like, yeah, but she's got it working.
She's a babe, dude.
I don't disagree, but it was just like you were searching her and be like, gotta comment on this one.
It was on my For You. It's very, I don't know. It's wild.
Hey,
it made the zombie podcast. I love it. Shout out to Go Team. I'm assuming that's what they mean by the zombie podcast.
Yeah. I like to sneak in there and kind of rattle the cages of the chat every now and then. It makes me happy. I know Chip's in there.
Chip's in the chat. Good pod they have going over there. Good for the boys.
Go subscribe to the Go Team.
No, subscribe here. Don't worry about it.
I mean, there's our game. Let's see. Starting at 11.
Let's just go down the list. Let's go with our game. Are we going to go with our game?
We will. Yeah. I have it on there.
But it's at 6:30.
No, okay, we can go. We're going chrono.
Let's just see if we're going to pick it, who we're going to pick. BYU, Texas Tech. We're definitely going to pick that one. Seems like it is Texas Tech.
Wait, what does FanDuel say though?
Yeah, that half point's a big deal.
Texas Tech minus 10.5. I like Texas Tech. I'm riding with the Raiders this year.
I know, but
it's a lot of points. They know something.
I know we don't pick totals.
Yeah,
I would rather ride the over in this game than pick a side, but I'll have to go.
That's a low total.
It seems low, which makes me feel like what's wrong. But fuck, I'll take Texas Tech also.
I'm going BYU. They have
no shit.
I've been riding BYU for the last however long.
No, not touching that.
No. Oh, A&M, Missouri. Let's do that.
-6.5. Interesting.
God, that makes me have to take Missouri. It's disgusting. I have to take Missouri.
Grant, you go first.
I'm going to take A&M.
2:30 at Missouri.
Oh,
If it was 7.5,
a younger
would
me would
taking
unload
A&M.
my account on Texas A&M.
Total 49.5. God, I hate Drinkwitz.
Can't you just see him standing up on
Yeah,
the fucking
I can.
the brick wall?
I'm going Missouri. I can see it.
You can feel it now. Elko just big belly trotting off.
Dude, what the world?
Tennessee fans are convinced Heupel and White. Who's White?
I'm guessing their coordinator.
Oh, the DC is apparently solid.
He couldn't stop Oklahoma.
Mizzou has a backup quarterback.
Oh, did their quarterback get hurt?
That's
Too late.
No, we have to know some of these details.
Too late.
The dude who transferred from Penn State starts with a P. Prisbula, something like that. I feel like now that he says that, I did see something where he got hurt this week or last week.
Quarterback.
That number still feels weird.
That's even a weirder number if they're the quarterback's in question.
Oh,
AD, that's right. The white guy's the AD, the white guy. We gotta have him. Yeah,
Presbolu's got more white left ankle injury. Yeah. Give me A&M.
That's crazy.
You can't change.
No, I just got new information.
I've already typed it.
Did they kick?
I've already typed it in.
I'll fucking stay.
Did
I'm
they
not
kick?
scared.
Oh, shit.
I'm scared.
I'm not scared.
A&M won me a fortune.
All right.
And they fired our coach for us.
Mike's switching to A&M. You have to take an extra point, though. That's a penalty.
Shut up.
Yeah,
All
-7.5 for Mike.
Oregon.
Ugh.
-6. I don't. Anything.
Oregon has not been looking great the last couple weeks. I haven't watched it a ton, but you peek in thinking it's going to be a lot more, and you're like,
yeah, because Dan's distracted.
Yep.
Should we pick that?
No, anything with Iowa, I don't want to waste my time with. Give me Oregon.
Yeah, I mean, if we're taking that game, I don't want to, but yes.
But if we're all okay, I'll put it, and I mean, we're all going to pick Oregon.
So you got Iowa.
I'll take Iowa. Fuck it.
So you and Grant have Iowa.
No, no, I have Oregon. Who do you have? Iowa?
I'll take Iowa. Fuck it.
Have they ever? I don't even know if they can score 7.
It's going to be 35-3 at halftime, and I'm going to be like, why did I say? I didn't say that.
What about this one? This is a kind of weird.
No, give me Vandy.
Jesus, gambling problem.
I might bet that right now.
Yeah, Auburn's defense is legit.
Actually, who's their interim?
See, it's
DJ
initials.
Durkin.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's Durkin.
A lot of tweets around how the SEC only went 1 week without a head coach that killed a kid. Not my tweets. Not my tweets.
Can we be done with Kelly? Can we just be done with it?
Oh, I'm posting the Danny Lewis dancing video.
He vanished. He's gone.
Yeah, he literally vanished.
He's in Cancun.
Who'd
you go with, Brett? Vandy?
Sure. No, Auburn.
Oh, Auburn.
It's going to be a 17-13 type of game.
Oh.
I feel like Pavi is pissed.
Yeah, but every time I watch Auburn, their defense is the fucking Iron Gate.
Oh,
And no one
Vandy,
scores.
Mike?
No one fucking scores on them. And they lose 10-3, 13-10.
Yeah, you're right. I haven't been paying too much attention to Auburn's defense.
And it's like, even with their off, dude, they gave up 7 sacks. Kentucky had 7 sacks in that game.
Let's do this one and then our game. This is a weird line.
I don't like picking stuff I know nothing about the team.
I haven't watched Wake Forest in
So you want to pick
4
Navy,
years.
Notre
No,
Dame?
I
That's
think
a stupid number.
Do we have to have 5? How many do we have?
Our game would be 5.
Then
We need at least 5. We need at least
Then
5.
I don't think we need to force any extra ones.
Okay. So it's Bama minus 10.5.
You're gonna make me do it.
You know I'm riding with the boys.
Is this even a thing? We all pick LSU.
I mean, you picked A&M last week. Might as well just pick against LSU again, you bastard.
You got Brian Kelly fired.
Was that $125 worth it, Michael? You've ruined our program.
I'll go LSU. Realistically, 10.5 points. I think.
I think they're going to play inspired football.
If Witt's back, I think we can keep this thing close. Close meaning 10.5.
Yeah, I think. I don't know.
It's a Barryon Brown game. I've been saying it just like Derek Dillon. It's a Barryon Brown game.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just excited to watch it, and that excitement may turn to dread immediately. But I just think that LSU is going to play inspired football, and it's going to be a new era of football starting on Saturday, and they're probably not going to get it done. But I feel like we're going to put up a good effort.
What if we put up? This is the perfect scenario. Obviously, perfect scenario is you win, right? Although
throw a screen pass to Harlan Berry with 17 seconds left to win. Yeah, that would be the ideal scenario.
But the chatter the whole game is going to be about the coaching search and about the potential of the program.
Oh, as soon as if LSU ever takes the lead, the Frank Wilson.
This is the job.
Yeah.
And Frank Wilson it's going to be a Frank Wilson thing. But we're going to immediately flip the whole it's a dumpster fire, the circus clown show at LSU. That's going to be old news this week with the new president. It's going to be doubled down as old news if we can keep this game close, because everyone's going to be like, yeah, you're right. They have anyone worth a damn.
It's crazy how much everyone hated Brian Kelly. Look at how good they're playing. Oh, ChatGPT, you're looking at AI learning models to figure out who the next
Herring
coach is going to
Kiffin
be?
has been offered the job. No shit, he was offered the job.
What kind of battery? How many phones does Sexton have? Like, he's got to have a big
Not
brick
enough.
on the back of that phone.
Yeah. Do you think he has iPhones, or do you think he's rolling with like Samsung?
He could be a BlackBerry guy.
Yeah.
He's like, nah, I like the little wheel, and I like a physical keyboard.
So what's funny is the biggest
agent is Jimmy Sexton.
Well, the biggest board of coaching rumors doesn't have anything about this Tennessee stuff. It's all within. I see his name. I really hope we don't go this route. Right. I'm saying the whole this is happening shit is just an On3. It's just a Tennessee.
I mean, it seems like a Tennessee message board thing.
What does Big Orange Mac say?
This was on Message Board Genius is who said it. Jersey Jerry won a huge
big bet.
I saw.
I was mad I didn't see that earlier. Would have been in on it.
I think he bets like 20 of them, though.
What is that?
I don't know what you're looking at.
That's your algorithm, buddy. Is that Les Miles?
The Tea Times. That was pretty funny.
Well, boys.
Yeah, I don't know.
What a week. Another installation of coaching search rumors. If we have to do this while we're waiting on Lane Kiffin in a playoff,
Kelvin Shepherd.
This is going to suck.
We got to wait till the Lions are eliminated before we can do anything.
Because if we wait for Lane and he's like, I'm staying put.
That's when you end up with a Mark Stoops, which we're not ending up with Mark Stoops, but that's how you end up with
You missed on Summerall.
Yeah, he's at Auburn already unpacking his boxes.
At that point, you're going to go with a Frank Wilson.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. We're fucked.
Part of me, there's just that small part of me that's like, fuck yeah, I hope this works, man. And
I hope it works too.
There's the 95% of me
more.
that's Joe Bluth. We've made a huge mistake.
But we're 35-year-olds that are obsessed with college football. We know better.
I'll be 36 this week.
This week?
Sorry, I didn't need to.
I'm a bad birthday guy, dude.
No, I don't have Facebook, so no one sees a birthday. I was just
Hillary Duff. Shout out. Watched Cheaper by the Dozen the other day because I got Disney.
Love the Duff.
Now, 36. Damn.
Now we're just in the let's scroll Grant's For You page. I like it.
A lot of boobs.
What's gonna happen with this fucking Netflix documentary? With
the
SEC Netflix documentary.
Oh, because of this season.
Yes.
They recorded their video in this year, right?
Yes.
Hopefully it's not a bust like their last. What didn't they try to do something recently with what was LSU on recently where Kelly was walking around y'all aren't playing hard enough, and you remember Nuss and
Whit Weeks were playing.
What was that?
That was
I
don't know the name of it, but it was the Netflix. Yeah,
that was a bust.
Any given Saturday, maybe.
If they put the same amount of effort that they put into the last season, this season, it's going to suck. They need to step it up. There's a lot of stories this year. They need to dive in.
I thought it was good. I wasn't that out on it. It could have been better, sure, but it was year one.
I feel like there was some stuff ignored.
Well, for sure, but also it's the different teams that didn't let them in and stuff. It was weirdly set up. I'll give you that, but I don't know. It's like Auburn, LSU, South Carolina, like all these teams that agreed to it last year, I'm assuming agreed to it this year. Now it's just going to be like a hidden camera of like Scott Woodward being like, you got to keep Brad Davis.
Have you seen this big boy? Big York.
Okay. Cade York.
We have another big guy.
Shout out. No, it's not
This guy
baseball
can
time
kick.
yet. We got to get our guy first.
Well, no. Today is a baseball day. They played a scrimmage.
Well, no. Yeah.
No. Baseball doesn't start until we have our guy.
I'm going next Sunday to Southeastern.
Is baseball actually starting?
They have some.
No, it's fall ball.
Oh, I was like, what?
They have some scrimmages.
It's like I didn't think it was actually happening.
All right, guys.
I think that's a podcast.
It's midnight.
It might as well be midnight. This time change is for the birds. Over and out. Play the music.
Oh, that's it?
I was reading some of those chats, but yeah, thanks for joining everybody.
Yeah, we can read the chat. Turn it
it's
off.
good.
No,
it's good. We'll be back next week. Over and out.
Across the street from your storefront cemetery, hear me hailing from inside and realize I am the tension's clear. You pain or ecstasy, you are all we might be. Staring at the sun, my voice now, savoring now, staying in the sea. Oh, I'm all there, and then I'll go down. The mouth is open wide, the lover is inside, and all the tumble's done, collided with the sun. You're staring at the